It's a bird. It's a plane. It is
Frosty McNutt.
How you doing, Dr. Ross McNutt?
Happy Friday. How are you guys today?
Happy Friday.
So, I hope you guys had a good week. Hope you've been safe. I can't believe all the stuff that's going on in Baltimore these days.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good.
Weekend.
140, I can.
140 what?
140 people that's not here tomorrow.
Oh, man. It's always something bad like this.
Well, I mean, until people are sick and tired of being sick and tired, then real people are going to move. Until people start addressing this issue like this is a big business, then will we be able to act like we care about each other. Like, come on, man. We don't even have to act. We don't even have to act no more. Like, it's just so much fake foolishness going on. And majority of the beefs that's going on, they know each other.
What you mean, beef?
Beef.
Like,
I ain't talking about pork chops. I'm talking about beef.
you gotta tell me what kind of beef you're talking about.
The majority of these beefs that could be resolved are people that know each other.
For real?
It's always people that know each other, which means that it could have been resolved. It could have been resolved. So that's why Archie is pulling so many mentors that I know that is being so 10 toes down and not worrying about or depending on city leadership to strengthen their comfort.
You gotta depend on city you do.
What would you
really have
call
to.
them? Con artists?
No, I'll get ready to say city councilmen. You have to depend on them.
Well, I tell you what. Then. I tell you what. Then.
What?
Until they give a reason for me to do that.
You got to. Archie,
Opening up rec centers is not a reason for me to do that. He could have done that in his previous position.
Hold on. We're going to have to ask Dr. Ross or not. Even though Dr. Ross is so far away, open up recreation is a start.
It's a start.
It's a start.
It's a great idea, but, it's not those kids that are doing it. It helps keep some of the younger kids off the street, which may keep them safe and keep them busy. It may have an impact in 5 to 10 years, but to be honest with you, you got to have an impact now.
There you go.
It's been 300 plus murders every year for the last 4 years, and that's uncalled for. We're well on our way to our 5th.
So if, like I just told Mr. Mitchell, and I love Mr. Mitchell and how he has his spot down Park Heights with the kids. They call him Uncle George.
Who follows that?
It ain't mine.
They call him Uncle George. So, in order for them to call him Uncle George, that means he's part of their family. But what helped him do that is that he created a safe environment for these kids in his own neighborhood.
And that's what you're
Now,
talking about.
if you can't do that, if you can't give these kids a safe environment, sending them to a rec is just sending them to a babysitter. That's not saying that they're actually safe.
Wait a minute, Archie. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I believe in my heart that that's a great start, recreation. Because when I was young, we went to the rec and idle minded devil workshop. So having the recreation open, that's a start.
Okay, let it be a start then. Let it be a start, but make no mistake about it. What you're not going to miss is east side of Baltimore. You're not going to miss it.
What you mean east side?
You're not going to miss it.
Now, having the recreation centers are great, but you need to put programs in them. That's why the Stephen Copeland Jr. Multi-Purpose Center for Inner City Youth, we want to do art, music, theater, dancing, cooking, all this type of stuff. Not just that. My son plays soccer. So I'm dealing with Kevin Healy, Mike Conway, Rafiki with Next Level so they can bring soccer in. We can play, the Recs can play amongst each other. We already got basketball, football, and baseball, stuff like that. But just bring something a little bit more in. But we have to find something for those kids that's really not trying to get into sport.
Okay, so you leaving the solution out. What we going to do? What we going to find?
Well, we are assembling like a team of mentors, and as well as going inside these schools, as well as bringing awareness about the eye in the sky. Mm-hmm. We're going to be really like self-love teaching,
right?
And safety awareness is really one of the main subjects that really has to be taught. One,
right?
kids, they don't even know what love is.
Right.
Period.
They don't even know what officer friendly is either.
Well, that's not
we
their
do.
fault. But that's not their fault because there's not an officer friendly that's friendly. Let's be clear. These people, what they call officer friendly, they officer chaos now. They're pulling up to these little kids, almost damn near strip searching them in broad daylight.
No, they don't do
Man,
that.
listen to me.
please.
I've seen it with my own eyes.
When?
Man.
You talking about when
They
when
tried to get me to
no,
strip
not
on my
now.
birth
Not, you talking about
listen
years
to me.
ago.
No, I'm not talking about years ago. I'm talking about they do this on a regular basis. If these kids don't know law, if they don't know their law, if they don't know their rights, the police do. And they will violate them. I'm talking about, I didn't see one officer damn near stuck his whole hand inside a man's pants.
Oh, when? You saying you're not giving me a
Last week.
Oh, last week.
Yeah, this is not like this is happening fluently. This is not
Okay.
But this is what I'm saying. But the whole time the guy didn't have nothing on him. His probable cause to search and seize it was bogus.
Folks,
You see, so when these kids are not educated, but they want
remember
to stand around and they're not
what's
educated
happening.
about laws and
So
so
you're
forth.
talking about going to schools and educate
Eyes
the
in the Sky
students
is
with the
coming
Eyes
to
in the Sky
Baltimore.
program, right?
And some.
When are you going to start this?
Well, we're going to be starting real soon. Thanks to my number 2, she is wonderful in her way to go.
yes.
She is putting forth this paperwork for the Eye in the Sky, and she's also
right.
filling out grant because one thing Archie wants to do is, thanks to Dr. McNutt, his idea last Friday.
Thanks, Ross.
Archie has been moving very fluently about putting this thing together, the East Side Cleanup Project, because over the East Side, this looks so ghost townish,
East Side
trash
Project.
everywhere.
East Baltimore.
I mean, it needs to be clean.
You can't leave the West.
We're not leaving. We starting east
I
first.
understand this. The West Side is okay. Ray Kelly, no boundaries. They have that coalition
Right.
over there that's funded under the mayor's office. They get paid
Right.
$50 a day. Archie's trying to do the same thing,
That's
but this
all.
is not. Archie's not using City Hall permission. Archie's saying, "Look here, thanks to Doc, I had this idea. I need people. That's what I'm about."
Okay, all right. Well,
I need people, not
I guess
permission.
you're tired of being sick and tired of waiting and waiting
Right,
and waiting.
right.
So it's not a waiting game.
It's
no
not a
more.
waiting game. It's just come and support Archie. Let's get it done.
All right. So how can somebody help? I mean,
443-409-7256 is
A
my
lot of
direct number.
they getting their pen.
Yeah.
Say it again.
443-409-7256. If you live on the east side of Baltimore, please call me. I want the squeezy kids. I want the kids that you kicked off your porch. I want all of them. Send them to me.
That's right.
So where the Eyes in the Sky gonna come in at?
Well, as soon as we get this paperwork in the motion,
Uh-oh.
the Eyes in the Sky is going to be, we're going to have a presentation first and foremost. We're going to have this presentation is going to be a lot bigger than the normal ones.
Okay.
We just waiting for the paperwork to be finished by the most sweetest lady I've ever met, Joyous.
No,
Joyous.
yeah, I do like that.
She's the most, and she's about her business.
She sure is.
She's about her business.
Well, see if Dr. Ross can explain the community support, community solution, Eyes in the Sky. Dr. Ross, can you just lay it out and let the people,
What the
get a
program
feel
is
of it?
about?
Yeah.
Yeah, the program is all about helping the communities become a safer place, to help the community be a better place to raise your kids, to have families, to work, to play, to basically bring jobs back and everything else. And you can't do any of that without having it be a safe environment. And right now, Baltimore is not. Baltimore's murder rate is higher than Honduras, where everyone's fleeing to come to the United States. We're at about 55 murders per 100,000 people, and that's just unreasonable. We are more than twice the murder rate of all the other major cities except for 2 in the United States. And you look at it, 300 people a year murdered. And then, oh, by the way, that's 300, 600 families impacted, lots of kids and other things. What we do is we provide airborne imagery of the city, much like Google Earth, and what that allows us to do is we go back in time and look at where major crimes occurred. We follow the people to and from those crime scenes to the house that they go to after the crime and backwards in time to the house that they came from. And by doing that, we help identify witnesses, we help identify potential suspects, we track them past all the ground-based cameras to get better identifications of them, and the goal is to solve otherwise unsolvable crimes. Right now we're about 22% on the case closure rate and conviction rate for murders in the city of Baltimore. That means 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 5, where it means 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5 are getting away with it.
So who needs to be held accountable with this case closure rate?
Well, the problem is that people don't feel comfortable or safe or to come forward with the information that's there. Out of the 39 murders that I've witnessed, and we have confessions that account for 75, usually there are witnesses that are there in the area, but they don't feel safe coming forward. Because in Baltimore, you have this program that says
Snitches get stitches. Yeah.
So you're saying if somebody snitched, that's what happened?
Yeah, that's
But with
that's
the
the
plane, nobody can snitch.
You don't have to say a word.
Okay.
right.
You have
And
to say a word.
But what we do is by providing this imagery, we're able to help solve those crimes without forcing people to come forward.
How fast?
We have caught up to people live. In less than a half hour, we've caught up to people,
What?
had them pulled over,
You'll be
had
caught
them basically
real soon.
identified, and from there, we don't finish the investigation. We provide the information that starts the investigation.
I mean, that's better than people still haven't been, murders still haven't been solved
I mean,
over
when
10
you,
years.
when you look at some of what the information that some of these officers have, it's pretty much nothing. It's
We
pretty
always
much
ask
nothing.
we always ask the officers, what information do you have? And they go, man, we ain't got nothing.
Oh,
And then we
goodness.
show them our briefing, and they're flabbergasted because not only
All
do
right,
we show
folks.
you where the crime occurred, where everyone from the crime scene went to, where they came from, all the city watch cameras that they passed,
Wow.
every time they went to an ATM machine beforehand and other things. So we provide a whole lot of information, and our goal is to solve otherwise unsolvable crimes, to remove those repeat offenders early in their criminal career. We want to stop him after he shoots his first person as opposed to after he shoots his 12th person. We want to, by doing that, we save 11 people from being shot. And, that's 22 different families that aren't impacted. That's a whole lot of kids. Now, the other thing is, by
right,
being able to
folks.
solve those crimes, we want to do it in a very, very public way.
There
we
you
want
go.
people to know that this is the way
Baltimore
that we're
won't have
solving
to
these
pay
crimes.
anything for like
More
4
importantly, we
years.
want to deter the crime from
It
occurring
costs
in the
like
future.
$1.5 million
We want
a
that
year
kid or
for that
young
plane to
man
be
or
flying
older
around the
who's thinking about going
sky.
out and shooting somebody,
And if somebody
they walk outside,
kills
look up,
somebody,
see an airplane,
they're
and
going
they'll
to be
know
locked
you're
up
shooting them. Because that's a life saved.
within a half
That's
an
2
hour.
families saved because you're saving the
I
victim.
mean,
Because
they
you're also
probably
saving
can
the
catch them in
perpetrator.
5 minutes, but
And by doing that, hopefully we make it safer to sit on your stoop, to have parties, cookouts, where people aren't shooting up the cookouts. I mean, I just can't believe that how brazen it is, and I don't think they've caught those people, right? From the Edmondson Village shootout the other day.
Emerson
Wait a
Village
minute.
shootout.
What other day?
That was a couple
Y'all
weeks
remember
ago.
that
Yeah, I was going to
cookout?
say it was
So
something
if that
happened a
plane
couple
would have been
weeks ago.
flying around, they wasn't
But
new.
basically,
did
the
that.
community know who's coming in.
They wasn't
doing this
new.
type of
Killed
stuff.
Detective
And,
Sean
I
Suter.
didn't want to say it, but
You know,
I'm
things
I'm
like
not
that.
going to mention the place I was at. But
The plane
I
is
had
coming,
talked to
folks.
someone.
Actually, I saw something on Facebook today, and it's saying that the plane may come. So tune in. I believe something gonna be on Christine Flower show today. Tune in at what time she coming? 3:30. 2:30 to 4. Yeah, 2:30 to 4. 10:10 a.m. WLB. Christine Flowers, and then tomorrow. Anywhere from 4 to 5, Community Solution, Eyes in the Sky. We come on at 3:30 to 5, 10 a.m. Taxi Talk. So give me a call, 443-839-8412.
Yeah, baby.
This is Community with Solutions. We are really at trying to make solutions and not create the problem. What we're doing is we already can sponsor 10 youth for 6 weeks ourselves. So what we're doing is we're soliciting
Y'all is happy.
Yeah.
They is so happy.
Yeah. That's
because
10
Baltimore
kids.
City youth, they're facing hardship for the summer. The summer job programs are not like they used to be. And hey, our value of the youth, they're our future tomorrow, you know. And if we don't invest in them today, they will be in central bookings tomorrow.
Wow. It's a new one too they just built.
And they're building it, and so that is letting us know that they are preparing them for incarceration.
Yeah.
But the Freddie Gray riots show us that our youth are crying out for help, and we are in major crisis. Community with Solutions say that we need to build good work ethics and mentoring, and that's what Archie will be doing. Archie will be working with the youth, going also into the schools, deterring them from ever committing a crime. Because if they know that they're going to do the crime, they're going to definitely do the time because they're going to be seen. Because Baltimore will be watching you.
That's awesome, Archie.
Wonderful.
Archie been working on that one for what?
Man.
About a couple years?
I couldn't do it without Joyous.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
I couldn't do it without her.
I'm telling you.
Not scared to say nothing.
Man, and she's from Emerson.
That's because
She from the hood?
The heart from she's the heart of it.
That's right.
That's because they had me sign an invisible piece of paper.
God.
You hear that, Dr. Rossman? Good work.
We have attorneys already on board, like Barry Diamond. We have attorneys that they and I'm calling names.
Yeah. Oh, she don't play.
Oh, what you trying to say, Joyce?
Because you got your hand on your head. You calling names. Go ahead, Mr.
We have, and he's a defense attorney, so we have people that are invested in us and invest as we invest in our youth and as we invest in our city. I love Baltimore. I'm a part of Baltimore. I
He is
grow
Baltimore.
Yeah.
I live
That's
Baltimore.
right. Me too. Baltimore.
Me too.
Yes.
I know you're not, Steve.
And my name is Joyous Jones, and I ain't afraid to say it.
That's
My name is Steve Williams, and I ain't afraid to say it.
What do you say?
Sound like she was getting ready to run for office.
I told her. I swear to God, I told her that. Jason, I just told her that today. I said, you sound like you running for something, Joyous.
Yeah, are you?
I'm running for my life.
That's
My
right.
life matters here in Baltimore. My life matters.
I know.
That's
See?
right. That's
And,
right.
and it start with the youth. Get the youth straight.
Right, but do you know that there are 600,000 Baltimore City residents?
All right, folks. Now there you go. You just have received a short presentation of Eyes in the Skies coming to Baltimore. So if you don't know, you better act like it. That's all I gotta tell you. Taxi Talk. Your host, Larry, the celebrity cab driver.
RQFM HD3 Baltimore.